Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 35 of Rabbit Hole Reviews. So not too long ago, I put up a poll on my community tab asking the viewers which AK they wanted to see next reviewed on the channel. So to keep it simple, I put up three choices. The first one was a Wasser 10, a Cougar Romanian Wasser 10 in 7.62x39. The second choice was an Arsenal Sam 7 SF, one of the side folding milled guns in 7.62x39, and of course the rifle that you see here, which is a WBP Jack out of Poland. And this is the rifle that won that poll narrowly. Runner-up was the Arsenal rifle, which I'll do a review on down the road. I got to mix it up. I've got a bunch of reviews in the can, different pistols and different rifles coming up. I'm looking forward to that. But we'll knock this episode out, episode 35 of the WBP Jack. So just to get one thing out of the way right off the gate, there are two rifles in this setup. They both have the laminated furniture. One is the Jack, which you see here, which is the traditional AKM pattern. And they also have a Fox. So if you see a Fox out there, that's identical in this way, except for the rear trunnion is different. It has a proprietary rear trunnion that has a locking mechanism in it that allows again, a proprietary scope rail that goes over top of the dust cover and is Picatinny railed through the whole length of the mount, and then it, of course, dovetails in the front trunnion. Now, if you see those two, unless you get one like a Fox, considerably cheaper, which you're not going to, I recommend this rifle here, the Jack, mainly because it's traditional AKM pattern, and if you want to swap out the rear buttstock for a folder or a different polymer buttstock or whatever you want to put on the back, it's a simple AKM pattern, which is, there's all kinds of different options to swap out the rear stock. Not so much with the Fox. And so what you see here is how it's imported. There's only a few 922R compliant parts in this rifle, which is nice. So for 922R, you're looking at a pistol grip replacement. Now this is a Polish fatty grip, comes with a black polymer grip. It has a muzzle brake that's 922R US made. The magazine, which is like a polymer junk mag, which you're not going to use. And the gas piston itself, not the bolt carrier group, but just the piston itself, the two-piece part. So that is US made. Everything else is Polish, which is nice. So the receiver is Polish. This laminated wood furniture here is military Polish issue, flat screws and everything. I love that. It's 100% mil spec because it's mil spec. It's military issue. And of course, the last two important things, it's got a cold hammer forged chrome lined Polish barrel and a Polish fire control parts, all of them, as well as the bolt and the bolt carrier. So aside from just a few minor things, this is pretty much 100% Polish rifle. I mean, I'm not going to count the sugar scoop and a few minor parts like that, the piston head, and really making it not Polish. They have to do that for importation reasons, but what you're getting here is a factory WBP gun, not a parts gun, not a cobbled together gun. And I gotta say, I have a bunch of Wassers. I have an AAS-10B. I love Romanian AKs, but just for a couple $100 more, you get into this territory. So the lowest price I found with a law enforcement military discount in Arms of America, which saves you a little bit, not a lot, you're looking at about $1150 with an FFL transfer. I'm looking at the math, and you're looking at about $1,150 out the door with $30 shipping, their discount, and then probably, in my case, a $25 transfer. So not exactly inexpensive. You're looking at almost a $1,200 box standard AKM patterned rifle. Doesn't come with this nice Holosun that you see here. And not to go off on a tangent, I'll talk about the Holosun real quick. This will be a separate video. I'll probably talk about Holosun and why I like them. This is an aluminum bodied Holosun, one of the higher spec models. It's got a red reticle in it. It's very similar to an EOTech, basically identical to an EOTech's reticle. It's got a 65 MOA circle with a dot in the center. And this one's made it to Midwest Industries low profile mount. So the interesting thing about this mount is that you can take off the standard riser and the quick disconnect that comes with the Holosun, which is admittedly not a very good QD mount, but it gets the job done. So you can take that off, and then you mount this directly to the Midwest Industries mount like I've done. You put some blue Loctite on the bottom, make it nice and tight in there, and you get a 1/3 co-witness. And I got to tell you, this type of optic on an AK makes a world of difference in terms of its as being a force multiplier. I hate to use those kind of phrases, those buzzwords, but it really does. Picking up and tracking steel plates at 100 today, I was nailing them. I was a 10 for 10. Now, granted, I've only fired 30 rounds to this rifle in the entire life of its since I've had it, which has been roughly a year. I took it out today. I fired 30 rounds of Belom, which is brass case, boxer primed ammunition out of Serbia. You'll see that coming out of the left-hand side of your screen here. I really like this stuff. It's really clean burning, really consistent. I didn't chronograph it because, well, I don't have my chronograph anymore. And it's 124 grain, full metal jacket. Really good, clean stuff. You can't get the Russian stuff as much anymore. It's getting higher in price. And honestly, with the Serbian bans that are in effect, don't count on this ammo being here forever either. So ammo to look for would be the Belom, the Igman, and the PPU. Those are all out of the former Yugoslavia, and all good, clean stuff. I really like training with that. It's reloadable. And anyway, not to go on about Belom and my love for Serbian arms and ammunition. So this rifle, as you see here, you're looking at roughly 9.5 pounds loaded with this optic, this mount, and a polymer. One of my favorites, the Bulgarian Waffle Mags, makes its debut yet again. This magazine loaded is about 1.8 pounds, 1.7-ish pounds. Let's just say 1.75 pounds. So you're looking at a rifle that runs just under 10 pounds loaded, as you see it here. And that's why having this red dot makes all the difference, because if you're going to carry a rifle that weighs considerably more than your basic M4, you might as well put something on there to speed up the target acquisition and make up for some of the sloppy ballistics of an AK past 250, 300, 350, right? For me, 300 is about the limit that I can hit anything with a basic AKM pattern rifle. I need to kind of work on that. But yeah, so not to go off into the weeds too much like I do, these are all unscripted videos, so I don't really have anything to go on. A couple notable items. It has a fully intact bayonet lug. So a lot of the AKs that you see coming out nowadays, they either have a not completely milled out or machined bayonet lug. So the stud is there, but you have to finish it by milling in the locking recesses so your bayonet will stick, or they've just ground the whole thing off like the Zastava M70s, which is unfortunate. But this one is a completely intact bayonet. I didn't have a bayonet here to put on there. I probably should have, but that's why my videos are B-grade videos, right? It has a 14x1 left-hand thread, so anything that you have 14x1 will fit on there. And like I said, it's got a trapdoor buttstock, so it doesn't come with the cleaning kit, but if you have a trapdoor cleaning kit, it will lock right in there. And again, with that Polish laminated wood furniture, I just love that. Very reminiscent, although higher quality, I think, at least aesthetically, than the Romanian laminated furniture that used to come on the Wassers, and I wish they would start doing that again. Now, if you have got the extra $200 or $300, I recommend this over a basic Wasser 10. I don't think the accuracy is going to be appreciably different or better, but what you do get is a aesthetically very nice put together rifle, and it's a very smooth functioning rifle. When I'm cycling the bolt, it feels very much like a milled rifle. Not quite, but it's getting there. So just having a rifle like this, your basic issue stuff. I've got one of these Russian surplus slings that you find on Amazon all day long for 20 bucks. I've got a bunch of these. Like I said, just everything is just really authentic on here. You've got your flat screws that you see here, military issue screws. That's my pet peeve, where they have these hexes and these Phillips head screws. You've got your military issue screws on there. Not really much to talk about other than, if you have the extra money and you're in the Wasser market, I would recommend this over a Wasser. And I will be doing reviews on Wassers and talking about the merits of those. And I love my Wassers. I think everything that Cougar makes. But this is just a little bit cut above, and of course you pay for it. So you're looking at $200 to $300 in cost more, but I think you get what you pay for. So that's just been a quick look at the WBP Jack out of Poland. And let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I can take this rifle back out and shoot at a distance. Right now I have access to a 100-yard outdoor range. I can take this out to 300 yards and see how it performs at steel targets there. And yeah, so this has been just a quick peek. I really don't have a lot of accuracy or reliability testing to talk about because, again, I only fired 30 rounds today. So I've only ever fired 30 rounds through it. But the accuracy is quite good. In fact, I will pull a target off a frame here and I will show you what you're looking at. So this is rapid fire at 25 meters after I dialed it in. So you're looking at about 1 round per second, if that qualifies as rapid fire. They're pretty much all in the X ring, and then you had one little flyer up there in the 9 ring. Of course, that was shooting from a rest. And if I can pull my 0 target, I will show you that. And so this rifle actually zeroed in 10 rounds. So if you look down below, I have my initial 5-round group, and then I adjusted, and then I got to where you see here. And that, to me, is good enough. After that, I only had 20 rounds left, so I decided to do the rapid fire string at that other previous target you saw. And then I shot steel for the rest of the rounds at 100 yards. So that's what something like a Holosun will do for you. I'm not going to be that quick and accurate with just basic iron sights. So that's just something to think about. So to wrap this one up, this has been episode 35 of Rabbit Hole Reviews, talking about the WBP Jack in 7.62 by 39.